The Maricunga project is located in the South American nation of Chile, in an area known as the Lithium Triangle, due to it hosting a number of the world's major lithium brine projects. Chile is a stable democratic country and has one of the strongest and most prosperous economies in South America, with the backbone of the economy being the mining sector, or more specifically, copper, as Chile produces around 1/3 of global copper production. In addition to copper, Chile is also the world's largest lithium producer, as well as having the world's largest lithium reserves. We've just arrived in Santiago, which is the capital and largest city in Chile, as we make our way to the Maricunga project in the northern part of the country. Whilst at Maricunga, we're going to take a closer look at the community and infrastructure that surrounds the project, the work that has been completed and planned for Maricunga in the future, as well as the mining and processing method that will be used to produce lithium. So let's get on the road and make our way to Maricunga. Lithium Power acquired a 50% interest in the Maricunga project through the issue of shares, a cash payment, as well as a commitment to spending $22 million on the project's development over the next number of years. There has already been significant work completed on the project, with over $14 million being spent to date on consolidating the salars, as well as exploration activities. Most notably, this work included a 43-101 resource of 574,000 tonnes of lithium carbonate equivalent at a grade of 1250 milligrams per litre. This makes Maricunga one of the highest grade lithium brine projects in the world. The closest city to Maricunga is Copiapó, which has a population of 200,000 people, with a major industry being the mining sector. Maricunga is accessed from Copiapó via a national highway which connects Chile to Argentina. Border control, the highway, as well as power, are all adjacent to the Maricunga salar. Specific climate conditions are also essential for a lithium brine project as part of the processing methodology. The Maricunga project meets the essential requirements as there is little rainfall in the region, whilst the evaporation rate is also considered to be high. We have just arrived at the Maricunga project, which is about a 3-hour drive from Copiapó and around 3,800 metres above sea level. Behind us, there is quite a lot of work ongoing as the company works towards releasing a PFS later this year. Key targets of the PFS include an increase to the project's resource, pump test work, as well as an environmental impact assessment study. The first target is to increase the resource through a 16-hole drill program. Initial results have been promising, as grade has been maintained at the high levels, whilst it is also confirmed mineralisation continues outside of the current resource area, both along strike and depth. Pump test work is an important stage in any lithium brine project's development, because this is how the brine, which contains the lithium, is extracted from the salar for processing. Pump test work at Maricunga has commenced, with strong flow rates recorded to date. This is important as a strong flow rate means less drilling and pumps when production commences. Testing will continue in the future across different areas and depths. Once the brine is pumped, it is sent to the first evaporation pond, where the extraction of lithium from the brine commences. Test evaporation ponds have been installed on site as part of the PFS. This is to test the evaporation rate, as well as metallurgical test work. The solar evaporation process is relatively simple in theory, as the brine is pumped from the salar into the first of multiple ponds in the process. Once the brine is in the pond, reagents are added, and through solar evaporation, impurities are precipitated from the brine. Once the maximum amount of impurities have been removed, the brine, which now contains a slightly higher concentration of lithium, is pumped into pond 2, whilst the impurities which have solidified are typically left in the base of the pond. Brine from the salar is then pumped again into pond 1. This concentration process continues until the contained lithium in the brine reaches a grade of between 2 and 4%, whilst the key impurities have been removed. There are usually between 10 to 15 ponds as part of the evaporation process, which takes around 12 months to move from the first to the final pond. However, the company is assessing options at decreasing this timeframe. The brine is then finally pumped from the evaporation ponds into the processing facility, where the concentration process continues, albeit at a significantly faster rate, until a lithium carbonate product is produced. The lithium carbonate product will then be trucked from site to port and exported to the offtake partners around the world. First production from Maricunga is targeted for around the year 2020.